let's do another writing tag, shall we? Hey, howdy, hey, Trainwreck. How are you today? I am the glorious Trainwreck Mom, and if you didn't know, I write books. 2 of them so far. Writing a 3rd one. So, but the Cyborg Queen herself, Miss Jenna Moreci, I love her. Miss Jenna Moreci, Count Blogula, has put out a tag that she did last year, and she apparently had to delete it for some reason. But this looked like fun, especially since it's Christmas based, and the book I'm writing is about Christmas. I know, it's cosmetic. I love it. So let's go ahead. I'll read you the rules. That's why I have to look at my phone. I'm not being rude. Okay, I'm reading.
Whatever.
Tabs. Provide a brief description of your novel before beginning. No more than 5 sentences. Okay, so Cyborg Queen is very specific about this. 5 sentences. My book, Mr. Christmas, it follows Jimmy Natale through his love of Christmas. He is a man devoted to Christmas. He loves Christmas. Christmas is everything to him. It is the one bright spark in his life because he grows up in a funeral home. He is constantly bullied. He's a little bit chunky. He still believes in Santa Claus at like 9 years old. So yeah, he's getting bullied. He grows up, meets the love of his life. Everything's happy hunky-dory, and family tragedy. And he gets back on his feet, and he's, getting ready for the holidays, and everything's going great, and family tragedy. And through a co-worker from the funeral home that he also, grew up in, he finds a way to keep his family with him through the Christmas spirit, and we'll just leave it at that. So if your cast is fewer than 15 characters, you can't use the same name more than twice. If your cast is larger than 15 characters, you can't use the same name more than once. So you'll probably be hearing a couple names twice because it's a fairly small collective there. That's my phone being obnoxious. So let's get into the questions, shall we? These are fun. There's only 10 of them, so, Which character is so into the holidays they nearly cause a street-wide power outage from all their Christmas lights? That would actually be the main character, the protagonist, Jimmy Natale. Jimmy Natale actually had this happen to him at some point, and that's why he has generators on his property to keep it from happening. He was fined heavily. Oh my god, my phone. He was fined heavily. It was a bad deal for him. It really, really took a hit out of their pocketbooks. Not something you really want in the beginning of a relationship, but they got over it, so that's not so bad. Which character attends the office New Year's party with one date and goes home with someone else? That would be Jimmy's older brother, Mikey. Mikey is standard operating older brother guy. He's a complete, God, I gotta keep it family friendly around here, don't I?
Duh.
He's a little bit mean. He's a little bit of a meanie head. There's a whole lot of other words that are used to describe Mikey. Ooh, I just hit the mic. Sorry, babe. No, Mikey is, he's your average older brother. He has no problem picking on his brother, but if someone else does, he's going to whoop some wholesale hide for that. But if it comes to a party kind of thing, even at 40 years old, he still hasn't married, and he doesn't plan on it because he has no problem walking into a place with someone and walking out with someone else and probably hooking up with someone in the interim. That's just how Mikey is. He doesn't understand the whole settle down kind of thing. It is what it is. Which character is more than happy to steal Hanukkah gelt from poor unsuspecting children? Okay, if you don't know what Hanukkah gelt is, first of all, oh you god. Hanukkah gelt is the chocolate coins, okay? Now that we got that out of the way, that would be Dante, the school bully, who actually makes life exceedingly difficult for Jimmy. Dante has a lot of self-loathing issues, has a little bit of an issue going on at home that no one's really aware of. So much to the fact that they actually had to pick up and move to start over, and he kind of used his past experiences to become the bully in this school. And he makes life miserable for Jimmy. At one point, he does stick Jimmy's head in a toilet that has been sufficiently used, and that actually causes a lot of problems for Jimmy health-wise, even years later from aspirating and stuff. So yeah, that's that would be Dante. Fill in the blanks. I saw blank doing a whole lot more than blanking Santa Claus. They were full on blank. The only one I could think of that would work with this would be, I saw Joe doing a whole lot more than preserving Santa Claus. They were full on stuffing him. And I think that just gives away a little bit too much of the book. I'm dying. Because it just sounds so bizarre when you say it that way. But maybe that's why Google is monitoring all my searches now, because of stuff like that. That might be it. But no, Joe is Jimmy and Mikey's dad. He's the owner of Natalie Funeral Home. He's the loving husband of Betty, and he's a wonderful stand-up guy. He's the rock. He is literally the brick and mortar that holds the family together. He is an amazing, incredible guy who fiercely is devoted to his family and leaving a legacy for his family. So yeah, his main job at the funeral home, though, is he's the one who does the embalming. He's the one who preserves the bodies. So yeah, if anybody was preserving Santa Claus, that would be Joe. About the stuffing, though, yeah, I don't think he'd be stuffing Santa Claus now that I think on it. That'd be more Richie, and we'll get to that later. One of your characters decides to pregame before church and passes out in the middle of the Christmas service. Which character is it? Again, I would have to say it would probably be Mikey. Mikey's not one for going to church. He's probably still hungover from the night before. He just never grew out of that party boy kind of thing. My God, I get so many emails. He just never got out of that party boy thing, so he just keeps on rocking. And he would be the guy who would show up to church, probably still hungover, a little bit drunk, and if you know what a Catholic church is like, stand, sit, kneel, and pray, that kind of thing. And I just don't think he'd be able to handle it at his age. So yeah, that would probably be Joey or Mikey. Which character hasn't seen Winter Began? Which character hasn't been seen since Winter Began because they refuse to deal with the snow? That would be Richard Curtis. Richie Curtis is the new embalmer at Natalie Funeral Home, and Richie is pale, like he's never seen the sun. He is pale and he's real gaunt. I mean, skinny don't even cover it. He's gaunt. He's got greasy hair. It's kind of, you can see where it's thinning, but he's really pale with his hair too. So it's kind of hard to see, is it balding? Is it thinning? Or is that just his hair? He doesn't do outside. Outside doesn't happen. The only thing he deals with outside is the animals that are outside. That's a whole nother ball of worms right there. So, which character completely forgot about the holidays and ends up re-gifting to everyone? That would probably honestly be Holly, which is Jimmy Natalie's wife. Holly, not so much into Christmas. A little bit more into Halloween. Good shit. Christmas was never that big for her and her family. It was always Halloween. So she just really never paid attention until it was like, Christmas Eve, and holy crap, I gotta go to Walmart and pick up some gifts. So yeah, it would probably be Holly, and yeah, that's sad. I don't know about the regifting thing though. I could see Jimmy giving her like a pair of like a Mrs. Claus dress or something that she would like try to pass off to her sister. I could see that happening. I could totally see that happening on both sides there. Which character has such crappy luck they only discover their potato allergy after picking out on latkes? Oh god, that would be Jimmy. Poor Jimmy. Let me tell this poor kid. When you read this book, guys, I hope you read this book. That would make me feel so happy. But yeah, with Jimmy, if it weren't for bad luck, this kid would have no luck. You know, things are starting to roll for him as an adult. He gets married, he has a kid, and then family tragedy. And then he starts getting back up on his feet, getting into the swing of things again. The holidays are coming, everything's going good, and then family tragedy. I am a horrible human being. This man is like my little personal voodoo doll, for real. I mean, and then it's like, you know, in other places, he's got the cops visiting because he's got nosy neighbors yelling at him. He gets fined by the city for blowing out the power. He winds up getting arrested because his neighbor thinks he's trying to kill him. You know, weird stuff like this, and it just keeps happening. And it's just one thing after another. And y'all know what happens to nice guys when they get pushed too far. I'm just saying. The Krampus has arrived to punish your very bad characters. What character is kinda into it? That would be Richard again. Richard Curtis is a little bit weird. He would be very interested in seeing how the Krampus fillets and, you know, surgically does removing of organs and things to see what techniques he uses the best. If you're not picking up this kind of guy, yeah, these are the people that live in my head. You should all be afraid, okay? Oh, hey, it's number 10. One of your characters should be on the naughty list, but has convinced Santa to clear their name. Which character is it, and what was their means of persuasion? Oh, God, I think I'm going to have to break the rules again. God, I'm going to have to break the rules. Because I've already mentioned Jimmy twice. And I told you it's a small cast. It really is. Probably, honestly, it might be Dante. Dante might be the one who tries to convince Santa that, you know, he shouldn't be on the naughty list because he's just a product of his upbringing. And, you know, it's just how it is, you know. Someone has to be the bully and someone has to be the bullied, and there has to be this social cast, and he was just falling into his role. And I could totally see Dante convincing Santa that that's how it's supposed to be. So there we go. This was awesome. I loved hearing her answers on this. I will go ahead and post the link to her video in my description box. I will also I might tag a couple of my writer friends. I'm pretty excited to see what they've got cooking, so yeah, I might tag a couple of writer friends. I love the fact, I gotta throw this up there, I don't know if you can see that, but yes, that is Dean Winchester winking, because apparently she digs Supernatural too. Who wouldn't? If you're a writer and you want to do this, go ahead, use the hashtag #TheNaughtyList, and I would absolutely love to see your video and your answers, because that's just how I run. I like supporting all my friends. I think I'm at like 256 subscribers. That's insane to me. I can't even fathom that you guys really dig it, and I dig that you dig it, so thank you. I appreciate it. I try to put out new content every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. My books, Platitudes of Gratitude and All Your Fault, are still available in ebook and paperback on Kindle. Let me see, is there anything else? Oh! What do you want me to talk about? I'm running out of ideas. Oh my god, I hit it again. See, I'm a danger to society here. What would you like to hear me talk about? I can pretty much come up with anything, but it's Christmas and the brain is still on Disney vacation, so y'all need to help me out. So let me know what you want me to talk about. Throw those down in the comments. Give me a like, subscribe, comment, and share. And when you subscribe, hit that little bell so you get to see this on a regular basis. And that's all I've got for today, Trainwreck. So, all aboard. Boop, boop. I don't know what to hit. I can't. Babe, I can't scoot out. My feet are